Hi guys, welcome to or back to my channel. My name is Chelsea. For this week's video, we are going to do a cozy winter reading vlog, and I am super excited. I am reading two winter themed books. I forgot to kind of give a proper intro for my next clip, so we'll go to that now. I always forget that winter goes into February. Once it hits February, I'm like, where's spring? So first book is on my Kindle, and before I jump into the book that I'm reading, I have to show you guys the cutest freaking case. How adorable is that? And it says crying over fictional characters. I feel like the book didn't hit as hard unless you sobbed. I'm currently reading Beartown by Frederick Blackman, and I am about 25% in. I fell in love with Anxious People when I read it earlier this month. I'm not surprised that I'm eating this book up. There's just something about the writing. I know that's either a hit or miss for people with Frederick Blackman's writing, but I personally love it. It works for me. I even got my sister to read Anxious People, and she's eating it up. Like, she will read maybe a book every 2 months, and she's already halfway through. I'm so proud of her. I'm so excited to talk to her about it. But Beartown, this book is very interesting. It's about the town of Beartown. The whole community lives, breathes hockey, and it follows a ton of different characters, so it does get a little bit confusing at times because I'm like, oh, this person hasn't been introduced or talked about since 2 chapters ago, which if you've read Frederick Blackman's writing, that was a long time ago, because I swear every chapter has a new point of view. A new character has been either introduced or going back to a previous character and their dialogue. It's a little confusing, but I do like that. I will say it is slow. I'm 100 something pages in, so I feel like it will pick up soon. I did read a review on Goodreads that said the story didn't actually start happening until page 250. I just know that people have said this is a very heartbreaking story. I'm excited to see where else the story goes, because right now we're just talking about hockey and learning about the different characters. Yeah, it just ties into the very cozy winter-esque vibe, because hockey, in my mind, the setting takes place in Alaska, a very small town in the forest in Alaska. Those are the vibes that I'm getting from it, and I love it. The next book I will be reading throughout this vlog is The Crash by Frida McFadden. You guys, I am so excited. She always gets me out of my reading slump. It's just a very easy popcorny thriller. Honestly, her books are hit or miss for me. I feel I'm very picky of a reader when it comes to thrillers, so the last couple of releases of hers has not impressed me, but she is an auto buy. I am actually going to be buddy reading this one with my friend Ashley, and we are starting on Saturday, February 1st, which is in 2 days. So I will be binge reading this with you guys over the weekend, giving my thoughts, obviously with no spoilers. This book follows our female main character, Tegan, who is driving in a blizzard, and she's also pregnant, and then gets into a crash. I think a couple or someone takes her in to their home, and weird stuff goes on. I have yet to read a thriller this year. It's literally 30th of January, and I haven't read a thriller I think since beginning of December, I want to say, which is actually crazy. I'm excited to see if I will like this book or not. It is Saturday. So this morning I did start The Crash by Frida McFadden, and so far it's fine. It's interesting. I'm about 45 pages in. I'm just trying to solve what is going on, and we're not even 100 pages in. The female main character is pregnant, and she has a nickname for her baby, and I'm not going to tell you what it is because it's so funny, and I want you to find out for yourself if you decide to read it. But it's a food that she was craving, and she calls it Little, and then insert the food. It's a pretty standard Frida book so far. Each chapter ends with a aspect to it, you know, but that's what I love about Frida's books. I'm not expecting this to be a 5-star, but maybe it will surprise me. And then we have Beartown. I read a lot yesterday. I got to 60%. I forgot to mention this in my previous clip, but I am buddy reading this with my friend Rebecca. She has yet to start though, so I'm going to put this on hold and read The Crash. But so far, I am really liking it. I love Frederick Backman's writing. I'll probably say that 10 more times throughout this vlog. There's just something about it that like keeps me engaged and like keep wanting to read more, even though chapters recently have just been about hockey. I know that's what this book is about, but there's other topics and like more depth to the characters. I just kind of want more of that, and I know it's just like a slower paced book. One thing I will say is that I'm getting a little bit tired of like the constant hype of hockey. But I think that's the point because of the darker themes that are in this book. You just kind of see where like the whole entire town lies and like what they're focusing on and prioritizing. So I think that's the whole point of the constant talk of everyone loves hockey, go Beartown type of thing, you know? I was really hoping that since this was like a cozy winter reading vlog, there would be some snow. Like there was supposed to be snow like earlier this week, at least like 2 inches over here, but it's a beautiful sunny day today, which I'm not mad about because I love sun, but kind of ruining my winter-esque vibes, you know? Going to cozy up and finish the rest of The Crash. I got a little over 50% last night. Good morning, you guys. It has been a couple days since I finished The Crash. What did I just read? Ash and I were like messaging each other, powwowing about how much of a letdown that book was. So Frida McFadden got me out of my reading slump when I got back into reading. She just like holds this special place in my heart. I've read like 20 of her books and I think only like 3 of them were like my favorite or like ones I rated higher than a 4, and I don't think she's gonna be an auto buy for me anymore, which is really sad. I think over the last year of like reading different genres and reading different authors, there's just other books I like more, other authors I like more, which I feel just happens because I'm not saying Frida McFadden's writing is like top tier. I just loved her quick-paced books and it always took like a surprising turn, which I love about thrillers. But yeah, I will just be reading her books on KU and I just don't need physical copies of her books anymore. But anyways, let's talk about The Crash. I rated this book a 3. I think I said it previously, I can't remember if I kept this clip or not, but it's giving Misery by Stephen King vibes and I love that about it. I personally didn't love Stephen King's writing in that book, so I did softy enough it, but I really enjoyed Frida's quick popcorny writing. So I was eating this book up. Ashley and I literally read it in less than 48 hours, which is crazy. The chapters are just super short. Each chapter like leaves you on a cliffhanger. You just want to know what the heck is happening. But yeah, the ending was just a letdown. Like all of that build up for what? I was so disappointed. But yeah, this one was a letdown. Really sad about it. I feel like the only reason why I didn't give it under a 3 is because I was having so much fun during like I really enjoyed this much of the book, and then this part So I am still reading Beartown. I'm about 65% in, but I'm trying not to binge read the book because I am reading it with Rebecca. She, I believe, is like 100 pages in. I didn't want to get carried away and finish the book without her. So I did decide to start another book, which was The Favorites by Lane Fargo. And this book is actually on my 25 books for 2025. I am almost done. I read a lot of this yesterday. I think I am like, I don't know, maybe 75% in. This book is so drama filled. Now actually reading it, I don't think that it's like anything like Magnolia Parks, but I have only read like the first 2 books. It's way different. I would say like the drama, sure, is like Magnolia Parks where things happen like out of left field, but other than that I don't really see the comparison. I really love, there's like an interview style to this book. I could just visualize it in my head like it's a movie or like a show, and I love that. Unavailable credit on Audible, so I decided to use it on this book. My friend Sky suggested to do that because the audiobook has different narrators for each character, so it's just like a whole like production, and it's so entertaining. So this book is about an ice skater named Kat Shaw and her partner Heath. They grew up together and they've always been skating partners, and Kat always wanted to go to the Olympics, and it just seems like Heath is there for Kat. It gets messy, like, figuring out what is most important to you, and also like growing up and navigating all of that. There's obviously more to it, but you'll have to find out for yourself. I will definitely say if you do want to check this out to do the audiobook, it just is way more fun that way. Something just happened that I did not see coming, and I was making my coffee when I was listening to it, and I like had to pause and my jaw dropped. So this is just a very entertaining book. I'm planning on finishing it today, and I'm just going to pretend like this was taking place in the winter time. I feel like when I think of ice skating, I always correlate it to winter time, so it just makes sense. I needed a little romance, you know, a little drama filled book. We're gonna have a brief intermission so I could show you the books that I have bought recently, because I have had these books put away to the side in hopes I would film this haul, but last time I filmed it, it was out of focus, so let's try again so I could finally put these books in their proper homes. So I know, in my last reading vlog, every reader says it. I'm on a book buying ban. Okay, I really am trying. The new releases are just out of control, and then it gets me out of control. So here's my haul. 3 of these books are from Barnes, and then 2 of them are from Walmart. Let me give you a quick haul. I also have been trying to go into my books blind. So I'll tell you a little bit of information of what I know, but is this information correct? I have no idea. So from Barnes, I got A Sea of Unspoken Things by Adrienne Young. This book is everywhere. I own 2 books by this author, but have yet to read them. I believe that this is more of like a mystery, maybe thriller type of book. So once I heard that, I was like, automatically coming home with me. I believe that this book is about 2 twins, and one of the twins goes missing or like died or something, and then the other twin is trying to like solve what happened. Is that 100% true? I don't know, but that's what I think it's about, that I've heard and seen. I really want to read this book soon, because buying a hardcover book at Barnes is a literal arm and a leg, especially a new release. Last 2 books that I got at Barnes was part of the like buy one get one 50% off deal. So first one that we have is Tell Me What You Did by Carter Wilson. So this book is a newer thriller. I don't know why my Barnes puts out new releases like weeks in advance, because when I got this book wasn't supposed to come out until weeks later. I don't even know if this book's out. It may be, but this is like a podcast style book, and I really enjoy those. I've read 2 other podcast books, Listen for the Lie, I think, yeah, and None of This Is True. Those are really fun and entertaining. I know I have this physically, but I might even just look into listening to the audiobook because of the podcast style. Yeah, it sounds really good. And then the other half of that deal was The Handmaid's Tale by Margaret Atwood. I want to read more banned books this year, and with everything going on, I definitely have been trying to like snag some whenever I see them. And this book is like a dystopian book, but this is a series on Hulu, and I have been eyeing to watch it, so I really want to read the book first before I jump into that series. Okay, and now the books from Walmart. All the Missing Pieces by Catherine Cowles. I think this is like a romance mystery book. maybe. But look how pretty it is. Pink sprayed edges. She was just so pretty. And the last book that I got was Water Moon by Samantha Yambao. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong. This is like a fantasy book. It is gorgeous. I don't really know anything other than that. Like, look how pretty it is. Are you kidding me? And then the inside illustration, the book sleeve, you can fold it into like an origami paper boat. How freaking cute is that? And the instructions are right there. Like, I fully applaud this designer. This is gorgeous. I've been really wanting to read more fantasy this year. I don't know, like Throne of Glass is really like making me feel like I'm missing out on a lot of great fantasy books. With the Onyx Storm release as well, like I just want to read more fantasy. But let's go ahead and put these books away. I'll show you guys like a little like bookshelf tour. I don't really like have like a system or anything. When I redid my shelves, I kind of just like threw books like wherever I thought they would look best. But yeah, I'll give you guys like a little bit of a tour and also put my haul away. Okay, here is a mini bookshelf tour. I have these bookshelves here, and then if you go here, I have those two. We'll start here. I have just two of my favorite romance authors. Going down, I have my Magnolia Park series. I have yet to finish the series. Yeah, I needed both editions, the UK and the US, okay? Don't judge me. Here I have some like miscellaneous books. I have some romance, dystopian, Kristen Hanna, just like books I don't know where to put that I don't have enough of. Sarah J Maas, a little shelf. And some more fantasy. We'll do two at a time here. On the left side we have Elsie Silver, and then on the right we have my Frida McFadden, some romance, thriller authors that I love. I have Grady Hendrix, Nat Cassidy, John Mars. Here I have my dark romance hardcovers that I want to read, random romance on the top shelf, and then fantasy on the bottom, and then I just have more thrillers and horror here. And this shelf is just, I don't know, a mess. A lot of these books are like just standalone thrillers that I have. Hey Matcha! And there's really no like thought to it besides it's in author order. I don't know how else to make this shelf look aesthetic. I feel like there's really no way. And then here are my books that I still need to sell on Pango, and if they don't sell by like this weekend, I'll probably just take it to like a little free library. I want to read this soon, so I'm just putting it over here.
She lost her shit.
I know. This will be my last haul. I promise. I know! So I got 3 books. First book I got was Out of the Woods by Hannah Bowman Young. So I did start out on a limb. I think she is going to be one of my new favorite authors. I literally got like 2 chapters in and bought this book because I love her writing. She is so funny. The author's note in Out on a Limb made me tear up. I am so excited for this. This is Hannah Bowman Young's newest release. I think it literally released earlier this week. It looks so cutie. I'm so excited. I want to read her entire backlog. I'm making that happen this year. The other 2 books that I got are part of the Beartown series. So I got the second book, which is Us Against You, and The Winners. Look how thick the last book is. I am 80% into Beartown, which I'll talk about in a little bit, but I need to have these 2 on hand. Okay, so I left you guys on a cliffhanger. Last clip was of me listening to the favorites and my jaw was literally on the floor, but I did finish. The hype is so real with this one. I'm not even gonna lie. I rated it a 4.5. I feel like the only reason why it wasn't a 5 for me is because I didn't personally relate to any of the characters. Other than that, it was pure entertainment. It was so good. I know that it's literally trending all over Bookstore right now, but like for good reason. It's just like a train wreck that you can't look away from. I literally finished it in less than 48 hours. It was that good. I definitely will recommend the audiobook just because I feel like it just brings the whole story to life with all of the different narrators. But yeah, it was so fun. I really need there to be a TV show adaptation of this book because I would eat that up, as I'm sure a lot of people would. I also loved the interview style writing as well as the timeline that the book had. We started out the early years of Heath and Kat. They were growing up together. There's different parts to the book and each part takes time in a different year. You get to see the character development of each character, but then also them together and their relationship throughout the book. This was chef's kiss. Okay, and then for the rest of this vlog, my plan is to finish Beartown with you guys. I am 80% in. I'm not gonna lie, it did get like a little bit boring around 60%, but it did pick up. A few of the male characters in this book need to get like whacked on the head, but my heart is breaking for the female main character and her family. I don't know how this book is going to end. I don't have any plans right now to start the second book right away just because I am in the middle of Throne of Glass. I want to get back to that series, and I did have plans to read a whole bunch of romance throughout this month just because it is love month, but if it ends on like a huge cliffhanger, I might have to start the second one. Let's go ahead and finish the rest of Beartown. Hi guys, it is the next day and I did finish Beartown. I guess it kind of left off on a cliffhanger. Something big happened at the end and I'm kind of like not in denial but like confused whether thing actually happened and like the outcome that happened. I don't know if that made any sense. I did rate it a 4. It did really have that like emotional impact on me. I don't know, I think I just wanted it to be a little bit faster paced. I did enjoy his writing, of course. There were also some like questions at the end for discussion. So I think I might ask Rebecca a few of these. I am going to put a pause on Beartown for now just so I can get back into Throne of Glass. But I definitely will be continuing this series. I want to read Frederick Backman's entire backlog. Okay, last thing and then this vlog is going to be over. I did just get this hoodie from, it's called Shop Olive Lynn. I'll put their account here. Their entire shop is so freaking cute. Like, it's so hard for me to just purchase one thing. I got this hoodie in this brown color. Read more. It's so cute. It also came with 2 free stickers that I am obsessed with. So I'll show you guys those. So it came with this one and then this read more in pink. Is that even focused? Okay. Oh, wow. Beauty Guru coming out. So cute. I'm so obsessed with these 2 stickers. But okay, I think that is all from me. I feel like I have been recording this video for forever. It hasn't actually been that long. I think it's been like a week. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed and I'll see you guys next time.